The Mandalorian. Good. Darth Tormund spoke well of you before his death. I am Darth Marr of the Dark Council. I would retain your services.
Do you have a problem with bounty hunters? Or me in particular?
Your accomplishments are not without merit, but you are an outsider. If there were another, I would choose him. Put aside your contracts hunting smugglers and thieves. A more pressing situation has arisen. We will rendezvous in the Makeb system on the edge of Hutt space. No one must know. Take any precautions required for secrecy.
All right, the Makeb system. But no promises, Marr.
I expect none.
Darth Marr sent for me. Has he arrived?
He is on his way. Please follow me. Shuttle Fuliginous, en route to Docking Bay 8. Non-essential personnel must clear the area.
Tell no one of this meeting, Hunter. You are about to hear a truth that very few are aware of. The Empire is losing this war. Barring the unexpected or the miraculous, our total defeat will occur within the year.
That's bad news, but you need an army, not one man.
You are not here to fight the war at all. Power plays have diminished the Dark Council. The Republic stands united while we bicker amongst ourselves. Our last chance, our only chance, is far from the front lines. The planet Makeb is the secret to victory, and its responsibility is yours.
The Empire's not the only place I can find work. What if I don't want your responsibility?
If you intended to leave, you would have done so. Depart now, and I may still allow it. Makeb grew rich from mining and trade, becoming a neutral paradise for wealthy Cretans. It escaped the war due to its tactical insignificance. But now the Hutt cartel has seized Makeb for itself. The Hutts believe that with our imminent defeat, the time has come to chase glory.
Why worry about a future threat when the Republic is on the verge of taking Korriban?
Because what no one knows is this. The Hutts chose Makeb not for its wealth, but for a substance called Isotope 5, a mineral capable of twisting gravity and electromagnetic fields. The Hutts have kept it a secret, but 1 gram could provide a near-infinite power source. Isotope 5 could remake the Hutts into a force to rival the Republic.
The Hutts find Isotope 5. We take it from them, and the Empire gains a new weapon.
Yes, but the obstacles are many. Despite the efforts of the Hutt's mercenaries, Makeb's leaders are requesting aid from the Republic, and the planet is on the verge of chaos. You must steal the Hutt stockpile of Isotope 5 under cover of the conflict. Stealth is paramount. If the Hutts and Republic realize your intent, they will deploy overwhelming force.
Stealing from the Hutt cartel earns you a galactic death mark. I'm in.
You will have a limited support team, specialists capable of performing their duty and willing to serve you unto death. But in short, you will be alone on a hostile world. With our lines crumbling, we cannot mount a full-scale invasion.
My lord, you're needed with the Cardelban fleet.
There is a cloaked shuttle waiting to deliver you to the surface. You may establish an uplink to your team once you land. wary and move with subtlety. If you fail, the Empire's last stand will be over before it begins.
You're the bounty hunter. I've seen your authorization. Sergeant Defane, 21st Starfighter Division. Flew sorties at the battles of Coruscant and Ilum, decorated for both. Never thought I'd be in hut space while the Republic's chasing our fleet. Whatever we're after here, I hope it's worth it.
We're risking everything today. If it's not enough, the Empire falls.
My life for the Emperor. I should warn you, the flight's going to be rough. Atmospheric energy charge makes landing anything larger than a shuttle impossible. Our girl here's the right size, but she's built for stealth, not grit. Hold on tight.
This is orbital support to ground. Repeat, support team to ground. Codes verified. I don't know who you are, and when the Hutt's trying to listen in, I don't want to. Just tell me your condition.
We're ready to move out. What is the plan, support team?
Top priority is to establish a corridor on and off-world. My team needs access planetside, and you need an exfiltration route. Shuttle flights are unreliable, but Makeb has gravity hooks for slow-speed cargo transport. Ground-to-atmosphere turbo lifts, ready for capture.
You can survive a rough landing. We secure a landing pad, we keep things simple.
Just a minute. Logistics confirms a shuttle ride would trash our equipment. Unless you've got an alternative, we need the gravity hook. Opposition will be heavy. When the Hutts took Makeb, they paid off the planet's defense force. Veteran mercenary band called the Interstellar Regulators. But sweep the bunkers around Gravity Hook 7 and you can wipe out the mercenaries and signal the all clear. Then hit the Gravity Hook itself, fast and quiet.
These Interstellar Regulators, what do they train for? Could they be bribed a second time?
Lots of soldiers from the Great War working Makeb for retirement. The Regulators aren't pushovers, but are looking to a payoff. I'll stay online, but until we're planetside, comms will be patchy. And there's one other thing. Watch out for ground quakes. Couple of tremors hit the planet recently, and you don't want to get swallowed whole.
This is Gravity Hook 7 to Regulator Post 2X3. We have not received an all-clear signal. Strike team is on its way. Never mind. Signal just came through. Sorry, Commander. Some sort of comm disruption. Must have been another ground quake.
This is support team to ground. That's one clear. Whoever you are, keep doing what you're doing.
This is Raspart to Regulator Post 2X9. The Archon's pet freak is cracking down on security, so we still need that all clear. Over. Coming in now. Got it. I'll let you get back to playing Pazak, or however you pass the time.
Support team to ground. Remember I mentioned the quakes? That was a minor one.
I don't need a support team to notice the obvious. Stay off the line until you have something useful.
This is Gravity Hook 7 to Regulator Post 2X4. Receiving the all-clear signal now.
Last one. You should be able to hit the gravity hook without anyone sounding alarms. Play this right, the Hutts will never know. You'll have to assault the hook's base, then take a lift to the docking ring. That's where the command crew will be.
With the command crew gone, the gravity hook will be ours. Wait for my signal to dock.
We're not in any hurry. We have identified a member of the opposition. The Mercenaries' Overseer is the pet project of one of the Hutts running Makeb. He's an alien Wifid, trained from the time he was a cub to be a Hutt cartel enforcer. Big and brutal. Thought you should know. Round. We're in a shuttle and ready to dock as soon as you have control. I've got another favor to ask, though. See if you can get the Mercenaries' Hutt Overseer talking. I'd like a voice print from him.
The Overseer may not be cooperative. Still, I can extract a few words.
I'll keep trying, sir.
I've worked with the cartel before. It didn't end well. You're finished. Support team, the docking ring is secure. You may proceed to board.
Take positions, everyone. Bedaru, scan the base. Captain Honsor, you're on comms. You're the bounty hunter who used to work with Darth Torman, aren't you? Well, at least they're spending money.
Sir, the Hutts are calling, but we've got what we need to fake a response. What answer should I send?
The angrier Hutts get, the stupider they become. Give it time, then use your faked response.
You heard the order. Do it. I'm Catherine Niar, by the way. 8 years Minister of Logistics, 3 months Black Ops Coordinator. Times being what they are.
Lord Sitharat, Tactical Advisor. My life for you, my loyalty to the Empire.
I'm here to organize the team and facilitate your needs. He'll suggest people to kill.
Darth Mars said I was in charge of this operation, so you'll follow my commands.
Gladly, sir.
My life for you.
If we're going to steal Makeb's Isotope 5 stockpile, we don't have much time. Once the Hutts figure out what we're after, they'll shut down our escape route.
Fleets burn over Balmorra to buy us this opportunity. We mustn't waste it.
Our proposed target is Solida Hesk, Mining Corporation executive. Secretly worked with the Hutts to study Isotope 5 and sell out the planet. She's hosting half a dozen Hutts and their bodyguards at her private resort. But if there's anyone who knows where the isotope is stored, it's her.
The Hutts won't be prepared for an assault. We cut through them and take the woman before they realize what's happening.
Agreed. I can offer you tactical data on-site.
Transportation will be ready soon. You can break in, question her, and get her to turn over control of the corporate computers. Any words to your team before you go?
Do what you came to do, and don't look at me for inspiration.
Solida Hesk should be around somewhere.
The Archon reviewed my security himself, and if you have a problem, well, why don't you slither back and let me handle this? The Republic's not a fan of bounty hunters these days, and you're not with the Hutts. Don't tell me the Empire wants Makeb too now.
Consider your position, Mistress Hesk. Your security is gone, your Hutts are displeased, and I'm your only hope for survival. I suggest you cooperate and tell me everything you know about Isotope 5.
Isotope 5. Right. Yes, my company found it, mined it for our Hutt investors. Kept it a secret by their request. Worst deal we ever made. It's because of the Hutts that we're going to lose Makeb.
What are you talking about? How would you lose Makeb?
Makeb only has a few weeks left before the planetary core rips apart. That's what happens when you extract Isotope 5.
The ground quakes.
No more Makeb, no more Isotope, and no more fancy resort or corporation. So yes, I'll need Hutt allies once my planet is gone.
How could Isotope 5 cause that much damage? What exactly is gonna happen?
Apparently it regulates the planet's gravitational and electromagnetic fields. The ground quakes and storms are just the start. Nothing will survive. Go ahead, watch my hands, I'm not triggering any alarm. There. I've granted access to my corporate systems.
Checking. We're in.
I have information, money and influence, and I'm as happy to work with you as with the Hutts. Just help me survive.
She acts unforgivably.
She's not going to betray us today. And if anyone can mislead the Hutts about our presence, it's her.
My operation, my decision. Consider this a stay of execution, Hesk.
Thank you. I'll keep funneling my resources to you and keep an ear out for anything new. In the meantime, what should I tell the Hutts?
You want to prove you're useful? Figure it out. I have bigger things to worry about.
Delegation. I like it.
We'll check her corporate data and wait for you at the gravity hook. We can chat about the end of the world.
We've got to have topographic scans, satellite imagery, something.
Hunter.
Right, welcome back. We found the Isotope 5's location in Hesk's files. The bad news? Getting to it is a problem. The good news? Makeb won't explode for weeks, so why worry?
Tell me the location of the stockpile. I want to move as soon as possible.
The Hutts are keeping the isotope at Stronghold 1. It's a massive vault built by the government for Makeb's treasury.
One entrance, unbreachable walls, 6 layers of security.
6? Plus a prototype being assembled by the Hutts. Some kind of Isotope 5-powered droid in the early stages. We're going to need time to plan.
If Stronghold 1 is where the isotope is held, then how do we get inside without drawing the Hutt's attention?
What about a distraction? There's a message we intercepted.
Interstellar Regulator Command to the Archon. The civilians are getting restless. I have to stop a riot today. And it'll get worse if the Republic's involved. We're moving the hover tanks into settlements. That'll keep them locked down. And we'll level city blocks if we have to.
Wouldn't take much to start a revolt. Worldwide rebellion, and the Hutts won't have the manpower to keep us from the isotope.
If we start a revolution now, people will die fighting the Hutts.
Then we'll give them a chance to win.
You could free the settlements. Hover tanks are the vanguard of the mercenary army, armored and powerful. If you destroy them, the people could rally.
What about propaganda? Couldn't we send a message? Incite them somehow?
Spread the word that Hutt mining operations have doomed the planet. The truth should be enough.
As you wish. I'll leak the files. If you can destroy the hover tanks, I'll keep you up to date on the status of the revolution.
You go to war against the Hutts today. It will be an honor to observe.
The hover tanks have been destroyed, and the mercenaries have been routed.
We have observed the enemy's flight. Riots have begun across the planet.
The Hutts just authorized the execution of any civilians not carrying ID. The mercenaries are demanding a raise.
We were counting on that much. Is there something else?
Some of the civilian leadership seems reluctant to take this opportunity to strike. We think they're laying low and regrouping. But if we're going to steal the Isotope 5, we need the civilian leaders organizing a full-on revolt. If I set up a meet, can you push them?
We've given the people opportunity and motive to fight. Why would their leaders hold back?
Caution and fear.
Yeah. There's a man named Polis Avesta, who's got influence with the rebels. He's holed up at an old plantation. You've already got half the planet riled up. Win over Avesta, and he'll make sure everyone's pointing the right way.
Stay back! Not one move!
Careful, ground team.
Listen to their voices. They cannot defeat you, but they stand defiant.
You're pathetic. Where is your leader?
I'm Polis Avesta. You didn't have to do that. I received your message. You freed the settlements, and I'm grateful. But why would the Empire get involved at all?
You don't need to know why the Empire is interested in Makeb. We're here, and nothing we do will harm the planet or its citizens.
That's a lot to claim.
We've given you an opportunity to fight back. You need to take it and organize a planet-wide attack.
And what if we say no?
I don't care what you say. I don't call the shots.
Fair enough. But I'll need to talk to the others. I can't make this decision for the whole planet.
I think that's a good sign. Once Polis is on board, get out and I can tip off the regulator mercenaries. Let them know Polis's attack is coming. Maximize the blood and fury.
Balance everything out so the Hutts and rebels kill one another. Is that it?
What?
We don't want the Hutts to win, but we need to draw the fight out as long as possible. I thought you'd like it.
These rebels battle for their people against unthinkable odds. They deserve our admiration.
It's done. Within 12 hours, we'll coordinate raids on the regulator bases and Hutt palaces. But we're still outmatched. Stay and help us plan.
I have other business, but when the fighting starts, I'll be there.
Then we'll see you on the battlefield.
I have what I need. Do I tell the regulators or not?
Let the rebels and the mercenaries fight their own battles from here on out.
As you wish. We'll await you at the gravity hook.
My team say they're outgunned. Tell the Hutts to get us aerial support or the regulators walk. The Hutts took our planet from us. Now we take it back!
Pakamalamaku, perge kikama.
Sir, we're getting a few hours before the fighting settles. That's our window to break into Stronghold 1 and steal the Isotope 5.
How are the rebels faring against the mercenaries and the Hutt Armada?
They fight bravely. They will not win this day. But give them time.
Can you get me the Stronghold 1 data? Right. The vault facility is built into a volcanic mesa, with a single entrance above the magma. It's also got sensors, alarms, enough to catch any thief who gets inside.
Once we're in, it will be too late to stop us. The Hutt's forces are already occupied.
Lockdown is still a problem. Can't have them trapping you inside. But our science consultant has an answer.
Niga manik nagik oya. Makini argam kim mamek wawak. Beraka karam kara. Ninyamak oramag yang megik. Mem amgab kugab kramanik. Unka kiga mayamak.
A few tons of rubble should soften the opposition. Then I move in for the kill.
My squad will follow your initial insertion to cover your escape route. Once inside, expect heavy resistance. Regulator mercenaries and automated security, yes. But also specialists loyal to the Hutt cartel.
There's also the Hutt's prototype Isotope 5 droid. assuming it's online, which we probably should. Still trying to find its weak points, but we're out of time.
Well, if the droid is able to kill me, we'll know for sure that Isotope 5 is worth the trouble.
We'll keep working on the problem. We estimate the huts have mined about 100 kilos of Isotope 5. You'll be able to move it by hand with Sitharat's help. I think that's everything. We're at your service.
Get me the data and the explosives for the ground quake. If anything goes wrong, it's on your head.
Sir, this is Niar to all teams. We are go. Lockdown comms in 3, 2, 1...
The last of the charges are in place. Support team, confirm.
Confirming. We'll get a major ground quake when those go off. Recommend you find shelter before detonation. The mercenaries' landing pad isn't far. Should be sturdy enough not to collapse.
Heading to the landing pad now. Keep me informed. This is the ground team. Preparing to detonate charges.
Acknowledged. Status report?
There's a general alarm going out, but that's standard for a ground quake of this magnitude.
And the stronghold won't be getting reinforcements while the huts are putting down the revolt. You're clear to go inside.
Before the day is over, we'll have the Isotope 5 and be off this world.
We'll support you however we can. Lord Sitharat's team will follow you in and hold the upper levels open. Good luck.
How could you not double the guard? It was a ground. They happen every week. You mercenaries have gotten soft, guarding a rich little planet all these years. The regulators weren't worth buying off.
Silence, all of you.
Send the alarm. Tell the huts we're under attack! We must warn the huts. We must!
You will do nothing. Hunter. With your leave, we will hold position here. No one will pursue you. No one will close off your escape route.
Draw the line here. I will find the inner vault and the Isotope 5.
My lord, I'll start trying to access the security controls. Maybe we can link them to the gravity hook.
Begin. If we can bring Stronghold 1 under your control, perhaps it will be of use. We shall await your word.
The huts are aware of your presence, and the Isotope 5 is gone.
Yes, my lord. We have a sample, and there's more in the core, but I failed.
Today, 3 planets fell to Republic butchers. I sacrificed those worlds and my legions to buy time for this operation. You are responsible for what happens on Makeb.
This operation was a failure before I arrived. The Hutt started building Isotope 5 droids long ago.
You will deal with the situation at hand. We have a chance to forge a new empire. An empire united in loyalty and passion, not simplistic dedication to an unseen emperor. But fail to procure the Isotope 5 and the empire dies forever.
solve this.
Kam inu nemuk. Naja naya akam memnik miraka.
And we can't mine the isotope ourselves before the planet explodes. Even if the Hutts cooperated, we'd never get enough.
I am not in the mood for excuses. What options do we have?
Nodrin, is there any way to, I don't know, make a batch ourselves?
Memgam gamgi. Nina gegwan. Amnerna hanak.
So we're back at the start. Without Makeb, there is no Isotope 5.
If the planet's destruction is the problem, then the solution is obvious.
I don't think...
You will stabilize the core and prevent Makeb's annihilation. Or would you prefer to admit failure now?
Is that even possible?
The Empire has no higher priority. Nodrin, contact the Science Bureau. Bring in any outside help you need. Niar, search Solida Hesk's databanks. Her mining company must have studied the planet's geology. The rest of you, maintain security and assist wherever needed. We have work to do.
They think they have something. Even if we can save the planet, though, the timing... If the Hutts realize the planet's not about to blow, they'll never leave willingly. We can't afford a ground war. We still need them to evacuate.
The Hutts and the Republic can't learn what we're trying to do. Consider information control your priority.
Kalajiwa nimok. Ebemgam nyama naya agam.
Terrace engineering post here. Stabilizing Makeb's core is theoretically possible, but we don't have enough data.
Quest Geosurvey Station. We need to induce the Isotope 5 inside Makeb to release an energy pulse, allowing us to map all of its deposits.
Mem amgab kugab, kramanik, umka kiga mayamak.
The planet's already unstable. You want me to descend to the core and make it explode?
Nulilak apa jam kamgram, amka nem nang nemua inuk.
If we do this, our best access point is the laser drill shaft, where the Isotope 5 was originally discovered. The shaft runs kilometers under a mining station and it's been abandoned, so probably treacherous. But less chance of Hutt interference.
I'll permit the operation, but I don't see why I'm part of it.
Lord Sitharat's team is being evacuated for treatment. You're the only one left.
Laporam amka, mamni nikak.
Be careful. The center of a planet isn't built for people.
Support team, do you read? I've arrived at the drill shaft.
Position confirmed.
Manalak laki nabi nekkameraka. Kalajiwa nimok. Ebemgam nyama naya agam.
You really believe that unleashing Makeb's energy will prove harmless?
Kamiluman mayapaka.
I've been going through the mine site blueprints. I'll copy you on the data. And it looks like the machinery is offline. You want to flip the backup generators, get power to the turbo lifts and logs. But there are life forms down there, big ones.
I have the means to defend myself. We'll speak when I reach the bottom.
Acknowledged. Support team out.
Ground to support team. There's something blocking my way. The mine shaft is capped.
Checking the blueprints. Capping is standard practice when a site is shut down. There should be another route. All right, sending details. Head on in and get ready to run the experiment.
Ground team to support. We're in position.
Acknowledged. Signal when you've unloaded the equipment.
Nikak nanu indo. Akalak nebu ruma. Alam gugu inu. Nebek namkar.
Keep checking its status. I'll buy us whatever time we need.
Uno namne nenga.
Is the inductor fully charged?
100% in holding. Ready when you are.
Mamni lebek bak manuk. Meraka naja ki nama pamyak.
Nodrin, what is that?
Mapa amkanaya. Kimino nemu. Naja naya akam.
Minor or not, I'm kilometers below the surface. Any tremor could bury me alive.
You need as much distance as possible. There's an emergency shelter near the cavern entrance. Go.
Don't move.
Weapon steady!
Funny thing is, I thought the Archon was being paranoid. Who keeps tabs on an old drill site?
Feel those tremors? In a few minutes this cavern will come down on our heads. We need to get to the shelter.
Back on Wayland, how long did that Sith last?
Under a second. Sniper took his head off.
Okay then. We've got time. Squad 79 to carrier. We need reinforcements. Blast it!
We can still make it out of here. Give me your hand.
What?
Time?
6 hours. Sir, he must be running out of air.
Sir, we came as soon as we could.
What's going on back at the gravity hook? Did the information come through?
The hook's secure, but about half the teams moved to the mining platform above. We were waiting there while the creatures cleared out. We got the data, though. Nodrin and the others, they think they can save Makeb.
We're on track after all. What's the plan?
We can go over everything up top. The laser drills are going to be key.
We've got another live one.
Regulator mercenaries, sir. Found them under the rocks. Still alive, if barely.
We can't handle prisoners, but I won't let them die. Get them Kolto and disable their comms. Then they walk.
On it.
We'll see you on the platform.
We finished the software for the laser drills. It should mean greater precision, but we've never worked with Makeb hardware, so...
Attention, everyone. Briefing begins now.
How much more research before you're sure? And what do you need from me?
Problem is, our team can barely operate these wretched things. We need experts. Engineers and supervisors who can run the mining lasers under our command.
You're telling me that with all the Empire's knowledge at our disposal, we can't work a few pieces of machinery?
Work it, yes. But we don't have the manpower or the experience to be delicate, and according to Nodrin... Best option is to recruit the best and brightest of the locals. But that's going to get tricky. Watch.
This is the Archon to Phobium Squad Command. The Imperial forces are desperate, and I believe they intend to mine what Isotope 5 they can before the core erupts. But the Imperials will need assistance. Have your men place all engineers of level 7 and above under protective custody.
He's wrong about our goal, but it doesn't matter. The Archon's got Black Ops mercs kidnapping the people we need.
This hut isn't going to leave us alone. We need to deal with him, and soon.
I'll see what more I can dig up on him. Meanwhile, we know where the workers are being held. Phobium Squad is an off-the-books team of regulator mercenaries. Assassins the Hut's brought out with cybernetics. They're holding the workers in groundquake shelters. A few engineering chiefs who escaped joined a Republic refugee caravan. Won't be long before Phobium Squad catches them too.
I'll see to the caravan and the groundquake shelters. Anything else?
One more thing. We're still decrypting the order, but it looks like the Archon sent an Isotope 5 droid to help secure the caravan. Just to make things difficult. I'll stay in touch from here. Anything you need, let us know.
Please, we did everything you asked.
Not your fault. New orders say you die.
What?
Get to the nearest mining platform. You will be protected. Go. The mercenaries are no longer a concern.
I'll have a team get them to safety. Nicely done.
What's going on? You're not with the Huts?
Show a little gratitude. We'll get you to safety. Nice work, Hunter.
I'm nearing the coordinates of the Republic evacuation caravan.
All right. It's full of random civilians fleeing the planet. But there are 3 members of the Government Mining and Geological Committee along for the ride. Smartest engineers on Makeb. Get them out, and we're looking pretty.
They had a machine with them. Massive droid.
Sounds like an Isotope 5 droid. Any chance I can get air support?
If we had skyfighters to lend you, don't you think you'd have seen them by now?
I had to ask.
I can't. Who are you?
I've done what I can, but you're still weak. Call for help after the battle.
Thank you.
Phobium squad must have caught up. And it sounds like our intel on the Isotope 5 droid was right. Be extremely careful.
Only our Republic escort, so far.
You wanted us. We surrender. You can afford to let everyone else escape the planet.
Support team, get someone who can bring these vehicles online. I want the civilians out of harm's way.
Acknowledged. I'll see who we can spare. Team is on the way. They can escort your recruits as well. When you're ready, meet us back on the mining platform. Science squad is about done prepping. Time to save the planet.
Are we all here? Sir, we'll start the briefing at your command.
Nani kara mirek agam, ja uklibik. The Isotope 5 deposits in Makeb's core generate powerful gravitational and electromagnetic fields. Until recently, those fields maintained the core's equilibrium.
The rapid removal of Isotope 5 caused the fields to fluctuate and destabilized the core. Now Makeb is tearing itself apart.
Nebaga imana, naki naya, bila maknam unya kamnalebik.
You have my attention, Nadran. Why do we want to accelerate the planet's destruction?
Nani kara mirek agam, ja uklibik.
There won't be time for the mantle to fully crack before the core settles into a new state of equilibrium.
The acceleration won't be easy on the planet. The ground quakes will be worse than ever, and the aftershocks will continue for months. The mesas will disintegrate, the cities will burn, and the gases released will likely poison the atmosphere. But it's that, or total annihilation.
You'll see a new Makeb, and when it's over, the Isotope 5 will be intact and ready for harvest.
If all this works and we don't die horribly, if we still can't mine the isotope, then it was all for nothing.
My team is working on guidelines for future mining operations. We'll need to be careful, but the task is manageable.
Kambul jaki nanu. Kinama ami bina wamkam karak.
The timing's perfect. The whole population is fleeing the planet, so that'll get rid of the huts while we work. But the Archon still thinks we're trying to mine the isotope. He sent his forces to blockade the laser drill platforms. All his forces.
The Archon and his people wouldn't go down with the planet. Why are they still here?
I can't speak for the Archon, but he's offered his men a bonus. And promised to keep shuttles waiting. You'll want to scatter the Archon's armies around 3 drill sites, so our engineering teams can move in. We've spotted Isotope 5 droids advancing on the nearest platform, programmed to target you personally, according to intercepts. I'd take it as a compliment.
Leave the Isotope 5 droids to me, but there's no margin for error. Ensure that everything goes according to plan.
I pledged my life to you before. I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
Engineering teams, prepare to move out.
For the Empire!
Lord Sitharat would have had tactical advice, but all I can say is... kill the rotters.
The mining platform is secure. Send the engineering team.
Engineering team moving in.
Get to your stations. Medic, load the drill program. Van, warm up the laser.
1 platform down, 2 to go, and the next has a regulator battalion around it. The Archon sent hover tanks, an air force, and armored marines led by the Warhound.
Should I have heard of him?
The Warhound, founded our favorite mercenary company. 70 years old and sealed in a battlesuit. He's commandeered dreadnoughts. And he's our second biggest problem. Top pick is the Skyfighters, built for low-atmosphere combat. They'll shred our engineers unless we get some portable artillery.
Let the Skyfighters come. I'll bring them down one by one.
It's not you I'm worried about. It's the bombing run after you're gone. But the Warhound squad is armed with heavy rockets. They'll take apart the Skyfighters nicely, if you can borrow a few.
The best enemies carry the best weapons. Anything else?
If you can take out the Warhound himself, it'll hit morale hard. But trophies are no good if our engineers are bleeding or in pieces. Support team out. Good luck.
I have the second platform secured. Send in the engineers.
On my way.
Makeb tam. Burjunem nina pikup.
The groundquakes will not impede me. Continue drilling until the core is stabilized.
The last drill platform is surrounded by heavy cannons and the Archon's personal guard. Whiffids and their hunting pets. The Whiffids and their hounds can locate our people by scent. And even if our engineers get through, the cannons can obliterate the platform as a last resort.
How many cartel soldiers and mercenaries are on this planet? They must be thinned out by now.
Imagine what they're saying about you.
Galajiwa nimok. Epemgam nyama naya aikam.
I have the last platform under control.
That's it then. Let's hope for the best.
The laser drill is at full power. We're following your program.
Empanukoragin. Epemguana nemu kamime.
The huts are reporting Pelretha Mesa just collapsed. Tell me this is working.
Yola ola. Momnem no yang bejanam.
Narrowing beam by 0.02%. We've got magma flooding the drill shaft.
Mamni lebek bak manuk. Meraka najaki nama pamyak.
You've made mistakes before. You're absolutely certain the core will stabilize?
Bumogala apayang.
Then it worked.
This is Station 1. One of our stabilizers burst.
Fine. Now let us go. We can get off-world and never bother you again. Please.
You did what was asked, and there's no point in dying. Get to safety, but understand this. Tell anyone what happened, and the Hutts will find out. If they know Makeb is safe, they'll never give up your world.
We won't spread it around. Thank you.
Agagamka ungek. Apak nekara memyologopik.
Sir, message from Darth Mar, but I'm getting interference.
The Republican Hutt fleets are abandoning the Makeb system. They report that the planet is in its death throes.
The last time you called, you thought I had failed. Don't make that mistake again. Makeb has been stabilized. The Republic and the Hutts just don't know it.
Impressive. Then we must keep your secret. I have a fleet positioned several light years away. When the last Republic and Hutt ships have fled Makeb, mine will secure the system within the week. Makeb will be ours.
Mem angat kugab kramanik. Unka kiga mayamak.
If people can't communicate off-planet, the chances of the truth spreading are minimal.
Agreed. Could be a boon. When you're good to travel, we can meet back here. Celebrate and sleep.
Karakam konkak. Kwamanan binimak. Protocol says to get the alarms online. Gagi ne paninu. Hamkambina begnemu kemgram.
Lane didn't make it. Proteson's on one leg, but he can hold a rifle.
When I walk into a room, I expect you to focus. What's going on?
Sir, the Archon's forces attacked. Small merc team with an assault shuttle.
Jukagi nempanino. Amkabino begnemu kamgam.
Cowards grabbed our people and ran. They wanted prisoners for interrogation.
If the Archon learns we saved Makeb, the Hutt fleet will never leave. We have to find Niyar and the others.
Yes, sir. That shuttle flew toward the Archon's estates. I'm down to 2 fit men and 1 blaster pack. If you want to hit back, I can get you field intel.
I'll take care of the Archon. Flamethrower or carbonite freeze?
Make it hurt. Expect a lot of automation. Droids, turrets, particle shields. Anything the Archon would hold back or couldn't use on the battlefield. He knows you're coming, and he's got the home team advantage. So basically, it's a death trap.
Nelalu kami nehamiga. Nakaka. Nemua bemguanha. Kumia yang nemgamba pat nebum inuaka. Lanubuma mapulevek.
You're the scientist, Nadran. Get a handle on the situation and let me focus.
We'd better go. The prisoners will have landed by now, which means the Archon's probably shining up his pain droids. Besides, if he makes them talk, the Hutt fleet will melt you, me, and Nadran's drills from orbit. Give him hell.
Opposition. Recommendations?
Biggest problem is the force fields. Archon's got his mana sealed tight inside those things.
Nemua bemguanha. Kumia yan mengamba paka.
Right. Anyway, there are laser turrets all around the compound. Turn them on the mana, might be enough firepower to down the force fields.
Nadran, how difficult would it be to collapse the manor with a groundquake?
Nebaga imama, naki naya, bila magnan unya kamna lebek.
And we'd be short on leads if it turned out our hostages weren't in there. This way, we can interrogate the Archon ourselves if we have to. Once the force fields are down, should be a straight line to him.
down. You need more firepower.
Nimek bagi naya. Napi kara hiccup. Naya karak.
Force field is down. Get our people back before the Archon learns everything.
Ground to support team. I found our missing people. Checking for survivors.
Sir, I'm sorry. The Archon, he had machines. He put a tube in my head. He knows we saved the planet. Son of a sow's gonna tell the Hutts.
Where did he go? We need to stop the Archon from getting a message off-world.
I failed, but I'm not stupid. This way.
I have 300 men waiting for shuttles. You promised time to evacuate.
You have been paid. That alone should still your simian tongue. Besides, Makeb is not exploding, and I now have proof. Prepare to attack all Imperial positions. Once the atmospheric interference clears, I will alert the fleet.
Congratulations, Archon. Now you know. The Empire did what the Hutt cartel couldn't, and Makeb is safe from disaster.
I'd suspected, but the last piece is locked into place when your servants lay on my operating tables. Alas, it is the Hutt Empire that will receive Makeb's bounty. My people will no longer be mocked as we are envied. We will not be criminals, but kings.
Your people are worms. They always will be.
You call yourselves men of war? Observe and see what an Archon of the old Hutt Empire can do. You haven't won. You hear me? Your secret is already out. My mercenaries are spread across Makeb. You cannot stop them before they contact my fleet.
Of course he can. All he has to do is kill everyone on the planet.
This is my decision, not yours. Keep silent.
What's the point? We're the Empire. Sometimes we're cretins.
Archon, what's she talking about?
The tremors. The laser drills.
Kemapa angkam naya. Kimino nemu. Nasa naya akam.
Await my orders, Nadran. Archon, your mercenaries may be able to contact the Hutt fleet, but I control the fate of Makeb. Time to bargain.
A true Hutt does not bargain, and I would die for my people's glory.
I bet you would. You paid the regulators to lock down Makeb, but we've gone way beyond that, and I've seen what the Empire can do. You want to bargain for your secret? You bargain with us.
You deserve death for your crimes. But I'm feeling merciful. Leave Makeb and say nothing of what you've learned.
I'm as sick of the Hutts as you are, but I don't like this.
The Imps massacred half your team already. You want the rest dead too?
Look to your destiny.
You could be warriors of legend, or betrayers, the shame of your slave grandchildren.
So we cut our losses.
You want us to handle the Archon, or have you got it under control?
The Archon is no longer a concern.
Understood.
Glad you haven't gone soft. After refusing to blow up the planet, I can't feel my hands. I'd have liked to see Dromund Kaas again, but you'll make sure it was worth it. Makeb, I mean, while the war's still going on. Make sure we survive.
There is no we, and whether the Empire survives is none of my business.
Then damn you forever.
Ground team to support. The planet is secure.
This is Sergeant Battery. I think we're done. But Darth Maul will need a brief from the station. I'll set it up. Support team out.
The planet is stable.
Laporam Amka, Mamni Nigak, Nagnaya Mamni.
Sergeant Bederu is seen to security on the ground, and Lord Sitharat's almost fully recovered. He'll be back from Dromund Kaas shortly.
Enough. You have done your part, Hunter. You found the support team satisfactory?
My people did their part. What about your fleet? Is it ready to surround the system?
As soon as the Republic and Hutts complete their evacuation.
For the next month, each gram of Isotope 5 we procure will be needed for our defenses. The next phase of the war begins. The Hutt cartel is weak and scattered, and the Jedi will turn back to us. At last, they are prepared to shed blood.
We spent too long in Makeb. It's about time we fought the Republic again.
The chance is coming.
Fellow citizens of the Republic, the Hutt crisis is over, and we have again proven that compassion is not a weakness, but our strength. Yet that is not why I stand before you. Instead, I can finally confirm what many have suspected for months. The Sith Emperor is dead. A Jedi strike team confronted the Emperor during a recent attack on Dromund Kaas. Now a joint SIS and Jedi committee has concluded that the galaxy's greatest villain is gone forever. This does not change the fight ahead. The Dark Council remains the true political power in the Empire. But it sends a message to the Sith and their followers. We are coming for you.
They speak truth. The Emperor is gone. Dying if not dead. No matter what our propagandists say, you will not be mourned.
Your boss is dead, Mar. Sounds like the Dark Council won't be far behind.
The Empire exists to war against chaos. We pit armies against life, and death is our solace. The Emperor forgot this. Now is our chance to reforge in the flames of battle, to reshape the Empire into an image of unity and strength. You led our team on Makeb to victory. Stand with the Empire in the coming months and counsel our generals. You will see us rise to glory once again.
You want me as more than a troubleshooter. You want an advisor. Is that why you sent me here?
I sent you to Makeb because I had no other recourse. The rest is the reward of success. Today you bought us time. Isotope 5 will pay for the Empire's new foundation, and the Republic knows nothing of our actions.
We will speak when the enemy strikes again. Together we will choose the destiny of the Empire and retake the galaxy.